Hi, and welcome to another episode of JAMUCATE. I'm Ava-Kay, and we are going to do something that we have never done before for you. We have done similar things when it comes to mapping of highways and roadways, but we have never done it in dimensional form videos like 3D, 2D, 4D, 5D. So now it's a new thing that we are trying out, and we are going to map a roadway, a very well-known roadway in 2D dimensional form video. As you know, we here at DJC, we are all about maps, so anything to better our quality of videos for you, anything to get you to dive deeper in understanding whether it comes to infrastructural development or just mapping a roadway. We want to bring you along with us, like literally bring you in there with us, like you're on the road taking a very adventurous journey with us. And today we'll be mapping a very well-known A road, one of those A coded roads. As you know, we have A2, A1, A2, A3, A4. So one of those roads we'll be mapping all the way from Kingston to Drax Hall in St. Anne via Ocho Rios. Now, Route A3 is approximately 101 kilometers or 63 miles long between downtown Kingston and St. Anne's Bay, St. Anne, passing through major townships such as Port Maria, Oracabessa, and Ocho Rios. It junctions the Edward Seaga Highway or T3 in Miami Bay, St. Anne. It also junctions the A4 just west of Anato Bay in St. Mary, and also Route B13 in Oracabessa, St. Mary. Along this roadway shares major streets and boulevards within Kingston such as Constant Spring Road, Slipe Road, Orange Street, Halfway Tree Road, and Stony Hill Main Road. In St. Mary, it is known as a Castleton Main Road, and also in St. Mary, the Northern Coastal Highway, a name in which this roadway shares with Route A1 in St. Anne, Trelawney, St. James, Hanover, and Westmoreland. Along Constant Spring Road, it serves partly as a dual carriageway, along with a very small part in Ocho Rios. It serves as a one-way heading north on parts of Orange Street, Slipe Road, Halfway Tree Road, Eastwood Park Road, and parts of Constant Spring Road. Yes, that little part between the Halfway Tree clock up to Eastwood Park Road entrance right there. This road also has a spur route, the A3 business route, known as Main Street in Ocho Rios. Okay, so now you get the drift of what this roadway is all about and everything about it. It's now time for the mapping, so let's go. Okay, so here we are zooming down into Kingston. We are going to start at Orange Street because we're gonna start right here at Orange Street. No, not Pink Street, Orange Street. Yes, we're starting at Orange Street right by the National Gallery of Jamaica, Orange Park. And this is the Kingston Harbor, as you can see. So we're zooming down at Orange Street and we're heading north along Orange Street, past Orange Street, all the way up to the parades. We're here at South Parade and West Parade, and then North Parade, and then back onto Orange Street. Heading north along Orange Street. Moving head on to Slipe Road. Still heading north. Heading into the Crossroads area, right by the Carib Theatre, and in the Crossroads area we have Old Hope Road heading northeast. We're heading northwest on Halfway Tree Road. We're in the New Kingston area, heading to the Oxford Road entrance, but we're not turning off. We're continuing straight on Halfway Tree Road. Well, this is a one-way, so we should have turned off. Let me turn off. We should have turned off somewhere here. Yeah, because Halfway Tree Road is a one-way from here on. So I think we should go on Retirement Road. So we're gonna turn off on. There's a road that we should turn off on. I'm not sure exactly. We're gonna turn off on I don't know, maybe Retirement Road, but there's some road that we should turn off here to get onto Maxfield Avenue. I'm not sure if it's Retirement Road. I think Retirement Road is gonna bring us back to Lyndhurst Road, but anyway. Yeah, so we're here at Retirement and Lyndhurst. We're gonna turn north on Lyndhurst. I think Lyndhurst should bring us back up to. We're passing by RJ Arena. Television Jamaica RJ Arena, so we're heading straight up on Lyndhurst. Heading north and back up to Maxfield Avenue. So we're gonna turn northeast on Maxfield to head back into Halfway Tree. Well, this is what Google Maps said the A3 begins, but the A3 actually should begin on Orange Street in downtown Kingston, but anyway, we're gonna follow it. So we're heading across Maxfield. We're now on Halfway Tree. We're heading across onto Eastwood Park Road, passing Reliance Road, passing by the Halfway Tree Transport Center, all the way up along Eastwood Park Road, which is also a one-way heading north, before we join up with Constant Spring Road to continue the journey onward. And now we're on Constant Spring Road, passing the Blaze Industrial Park area, I think where CDM is, and with Dunrobin Avenue, crossing Dunrobin, and heading north along Constant Spring Road, passing the Grand Spain Road area, now passing by the Oaklands apartment complex, and to where Richie Beast separate days, which I think where they call this, no, not Ladybird Square. I forgot what they call this square right here. Yeah, but it has a very charming name. Let's see, we're passing by that area and we're heading further up north. Matilda's Corner. Yes, Matilda's Corner is what the name is. So we're passing by that area, passing by the Immaculate Conception High School, passing by the Constant Spring Golf Club, into the Manor Park area, where we're gonna go around this circle. And when I say this little circle, it is telling me that, okay, you are now heading out of the city and you're heading up into the country, St. Mary. That's right. So now we're continuing on the A3 Constant Spring Road. Well, I'm not sure, at the Google Map is saying Constant Spring Road, but at this time it should be the Stony Hill Main Road. Yep, that's what it should be. So we're continuing on the Stony Hill Main Road, heading into the Stony Hill area. Make that big turn, heading back, that big curve right there, and heading back that way. Yeah, wind the Stony Hill Road up into the hills to get out of Kingston. I don't even know where we are right now. Probably will have to zoom out, then zoom back in to see where we are. I think I'm lost. But we're probably heading into the Golden Spring area somewhere here. What I'm looking for is for us to cross the Wagwater River. Once we're across the Wagwater River, I should know exactly where we're at. I'm just following Route A3. We're on the right road. So there's the Wagwater River. We are entering the vicinity of that river. So we're probably within the Golden Spring, either in Golden Spring or heading out. Let me just zoom right out to make sure where we are. Somewhere in the Golden Spring area. Yeah, so we're paralleling the river. Yes, if you traverse this area, you know how winding this road is. Very winding, very hilly. Yep. Already my fingers are so tired. We are heading all the way to Ocho Rios. It's Kingston to Ocho Rios. So this is Route A3. This is the road that brings you from downtown Kingston all the way through to Ocho Rios, the Ocho Rios Milford Road entrance there. That is where we're heading. Yep. Are we in St. Mary yet? I'm not even sure. At this point, we're probably in St. Mary. I'm looking for the border. Oh yeah, so here we are. So now we are exiting the parish of St. Andrew. So we turn around if I want to head into St. Mary front way. And here we are now in the parish. We're crossing over the border right here, and we're now in St. Mary. So right now we are in the lower Castleton or the upper Castleton area of St. Mary. Are heading into the Castleton area. Yeah, that's where we're heading right now. Still paralleling the Wagwater River to the right. And I think the last time I've driven this roadway, I think we have to deal with a whole lot of mountain peaks and mountain ranges along this slope right here. You know what I mean? It is something similar to back. What is this? Okay, so so what happened here, guys, is that we exited St. Andrew, head into St. Mary, then head back into St. Andrew again, along with the river, and then a curve, and then head back into St. Mary. Okay, I never knew that. Wow, this map is really showing me a lot of things that I never know. Never know. So we are continuing along the road. Right now we should be within the Castleton area, I think. Yes, still paralleling the water. I'm gonna move faster because time is going. So I'm gonna try to move fast. I'm gonna try to speed up. Yep. So we are crossing the water for the first time. Probably it's not the first time. Probably we have already crossed it. We're crossing it again. Right here. So right now we are in deep rural St. Mary, within the Blue and Junker Mountains National Park area. Yep, we should be within the, if we're not directly within the national park itself, we should be within the, well, we are within the Wagwater watershed for sure. The Wagwater Negro River watershed area. I haven't seen Castleton, but I know we have passed it. Okay, I am looking for the junction that, okay, I think we're close to it. We're getting to, okay, the junction where one road will be the A4 that leads to Port Antonio, or leads back to Port Antonio, back into Kingston, via Harbour View. That is the road we're going to meet right here, while we continue west toward Ocho Rios on Route A3. Okay, so this is it right here, this roundabout right here. Okay, so if you're heading that way, this road is the road that will bring you east back to Portland, back to Port Antonio. So this is the A4. So the A4 stops right here. So the A4 begins in downtown Kingston, right at the South Camp Road entrance, right there. Heading east as the Paul Bogle Highway through St. Thomas, back up into Portland, and then comes right here in St. Mary. So this is where it ends. So the A3 terminates the A4 right here at this roundabout, while the A3 will continue west. Now we're heading toward Port Maria. So gotta speed up. I'm gonna speed up. Port Maria bound right now. I'm not sure which river this is. Yeah, I'm not sure which river this is, but there's a river from here, or a stream or small stream that we somehow meet up on here. But we should be heading into Port Maria. Okay, so this is road. I think this is the road. If you're going back to Highgate, this is the road that would bring you back there. Yes, yeah, this is the road that would bring you back to Highgate. This road right here. Yep, or this one. Probably is this one. And now we're Port Maria bound. So we're heading into Port Maria now. And now we are in Port Maria. We are on, I'm not sure if it's a main street, Port Maria. I'm not sure if it's Main Street. I'm not sure if it's known in Port Maria as Main Street, but yeah, that's the main boulevard that goes through the town. That's what we're on, going through the town of Port Maria. Yep, there it is, Port Maria, St. Mary. What I'm noticing now is that in distant parts of the video, the map no longer shows a 3D dimension of buildings in terms of 3D height forms when it comes to buildings. I was checking out other townships such as Mapen and Montego Bay. It also shows the building heights within Mapen as well. But so far here in Port Maria, it is not showing the buildings in, rising. We can actually see the actual height of the buildings. So, okay, we're now leaving Port Maria and we're now in Galena. We're now in Galena and we're now heading into Metro Ocho Rios. And Metro Ocho Rios takes in Oracabessa and probably Galena itself. So now we are heading into Oracabessa. Oracabessa St. Mary. And when we're at the Ian Fleming International Airport, then you know that we have entered Boscobel. So we're still within Oracabessa. But at this point, we should be exiting Oracabessa and heading to Boscobel. I was just checking the first thing in St. Mary. I got lost somewhere there. I got lost in the way. Well, here they're showing the B13, but where we are? Okay, we turned on the wrong road. So that's the B13. That B13 heading that side, but we are continuing on the A3, the Northern Coastal Highway, as it shows right there. Jackson River area. Okay, so we are now in Boscobel. Here's the Ian Fleming Airport. We're passing right here. So yes, we're certainly now within Metro Ocho Rios. We are now in Rio Nuevo, heading into the Tower Isle area, crossing over the New River here on the Northern Coastal Highway. We are now entering Tower Isle. Let's zoom in to see where we're at. Okay, so we're in Tower Isle. Tower Isle St. Mary, getting ready to exit the parish of St. Mary, heading into St. Anne and Ochi City. We're in the area now. We're now in the area where they call Prospect, where the North-South Highway extension, well, what they call the North-South Highway extension, I just see it as a different highway altogether because it's no longer North-South at this point. It's now heading East-West, so it should begin somewhere here to go all the way to Mami Bay, well, via Mami Bay and all the way to Discover Bay. Okay, so right here now we're exiting the parish of St. Mary and we're now into St. Anne. So welcome to St. Anne, and we are now within the White River area, heading into the Ocho Rios City Center. Here we are meeting Main Street. So if you're heading into the town center, even though both roads are bringing us to the town center anyway, but if you're entering like into the direct city center within the market district, this is Main Street and we're already there. But we're not taking Main Street, we're heading straight down along the Northern Coastal Highway. It now becomes a dual carriageway for a short period of time, and this is where it ends. So this is where the A3 ends, right here at Milford Road, and right here at the Milford Road intersection, and in the vicinity of the Turtle River Park. So because this road really has no name, heading further west, we're going to continue straight, passing through the Duns River area, meeting up with Main Street again, which I would say it is an A Street business because it's like a spur road from the A Street itself, from the highway itself. So we're now passing the Duns River area. The Duns River area would be to the left. You know, the falls itself, the Duns River Falls would be just to your extreme left. Yeah, I didn't know that these things exist out here in the water, but anyway, we need to check it out and see what it is. Yeah, we are going all the way to Mami Bay to intersect the north-south highway, so that is where we're heading now. We're going to intersect the north-south highway and also the A1. Yeah, the A1. Somewhere there. So we're now in the Mami Bay area. We're now in Mami Bay, and here we are, now intersecting the north-south highway, or the Edward Siaga highway. So this is the Mami Bay roundabout. So if you're heading further south, even though this part is heading east, but when you go around that bend right there, around Steertown, you'll be heading south. This takes you all the way back to Kingston, Spanish Town, and we're on the south coast. If you're heading west to Montego Bay, this is the way you would go. And the A3 begins, well, the A3 does not begin here. Let me show you exactly where the A3 begins. This is the A3 right here. So right here, this road continues as the Northern Coastal Highway, but a new numeric route takes over. This is the A1, and it takes over all the way from here to Negril. So if you're heading to Discover Bay, Montego Bay, Falmouth, all the way back to Negril, you continue from here all the way west. Yep, so that's the Drax Hall Mami Bay area. Yes. Okay, so that is where we are, and this is where we are coming from. Kingston. This is where we're coming from. This is where we began. Right here. Right here. That's where we began. Okay, so tell us what you think. Wanna like it? Do you think that this is the way we should be mapping our highways from now on? Or for all the mapping videos that we've already done of our highways and our main roadways, do you think that we should do a revamp using this 3D mapping? Let us know in the comments. Look, we are looking for better and more advanced ways to show you exactly what we are about, which is mapping, designing, and reconfiguring. And we are also searching for ways in which we could give you 3D images on deep and authentic architectural designs when we are designing new townships, or just to give you our conceptual design on new developments that has been or is announced by the government. So a whole heap of that to come, so look out. But tell us what you think about this video. Do you like it? Would you like to see more videos like this? Let us know in the comments. This has been JAMUCATE. My name is Ava-Kay McIntyre. Peace out. Brought to you by Films by Jawade. Follow us on all social media platforms.